In the movie, the Batman is in his second year of crime fighting and is tasked with tracking down a mysterious new serial murderer known as the Riddler. Director Matt Reeves claims that the film's opening scene was influenced by Alfred Hitchcock. There have been many different interpretations of Batman's universe over the years. This meant that filmmaker Matt Reeves had his job cut out for him to create something unique from other directors' versions, especially because the Batman was released concurrently with the continuing DCEU. The genre of Reeves' movie is one of the most notable ways in which it varies from prior Batman films. While Batman has been dubbed the world's greatest detective, most adaptations of the comic book character have centered on his crime-fighting exploits. Reeves' film, in a twist, comes off as more of a noir detective narrative, with comparisons to David Fincher's Seven. In a recent interview, Reeves said that Hollywood's maestro of suspense, Alfred Hitchcock, was one of his key influences for this sort of film, notably for the Batman's opening sequence. Many Batman movies begin with a thrilling action sequence. Reeves has stated that he did not intend for the Batman to begin in this manner. The Batman famously begins with the Riddler staring through a pair of binoculars at his first victim, as seen by the Riddler. According to Reeves, Hitchcock's idea that cinema-going is voyeurism influenced him. The audience is getting a glimpse into the lives of the characters on film, so Reeves decided to take advantage of that by having the viewer really spy on the Riddler. He said, "I wanted to put you in the shoes of these characters. I'm very drawn to the storytelling of Alfred Hitchcock because the act of cinema-going is voyeurism, right? We're all looking into people's lives on the screen. And I thought the idea of putting the audience into the shoes, or in this case, the binoculars of the Riddler, and having him spy right from the beginning, would be an unexpected way to begin a Batman movie. These movies normally begin with a lot of action, something kinetic and crazy happens. But starting with Ave Maria puts you off kilter. You start to realize, oh, something not good is going to happen. And so it gets you into this kind of mindset. It's no surprise that Reeves looked to the master himself for inspiration after attempting to craft one of the most frightening Batman movie to date. The films of Alfred Hitchcock are replete with evil people spying on one another to nefarious objectives. Norman Bates watches Marion through a hole in the wall before the famous shower scene in Psycho. Vertigo includes a roughly 6-minute episode in which a private detective follows a woman across San Francisco without saying anything. Of course, the narrative of Rear Window revolves primarily around a man who observes his neighbor's life via his binoculars from his apartment. Reeves made a wise decision in launching the Batman in this unusual manner. The film is about 3 hours long, and from the opening scene onward, the spectator is aware that the persons on screen are being observed by a terrible presence. Of course, at the conclusion of the movie, it's evident that this is the case, making Reeves' movie an exceptionally well-crafted story and tone piece. Reeves set out to produce a different type of Batman film, and it appears that he succeeded. Even Alfred Hitchcock, if he were still alive, may be a fan of the Batman.